their day.
That's a really important and human angle to highlight. The reality is that when we talk about something like the Epstein case, it's not just a story about elites and power structures. It's about real victims whose voices often get overshadowed. They deserve justice and they deserve to have their stories heard and not lost in all the noise about the powerful people involved. It's a reminder that at the heart of these issues are real human beings who deserve accountability and compassion.
The Trump pattern, how one leader reshapes democracy. This focuses on observable behaviors, as we can now see attacks on the media, pressure on the institutions, personal loyalty over institutional loyalties, the framing of critics as enemies of the state, the normalization of political chaos, the idea that only one man can fix it all. We've heard all this all over Africa, all over some other third world countries. These are not Republican or Democratic issues as far as I can see in the US. These are the early symptoms of democracies when institutions bow to personality. The world is watching because America sets a precedent, good or bad. Madam Fey, what's your take?
You're absolutely right, Femi. And this is one of those moments where the patterns we see aren't just about one leader or one country. When institutions bend to personality, it's a signal to the rest of the world. Other countries look at that and think, well, if the US can do it, maybe we can too. And that's where the real impact on global democracy comes in. It's not just about politics, it's about the example that's being set for everyone else. So this really is a moment of global significance.
Based on these patterns, where do we now see the US on top 10 list of democracies in the world? What would you say? How would you rate it?
That's a really intriguing question, Femi. Traditionally, the US has always been considered at the top tier of global democracies. But when we see these patterns, pressures on institutions, personal loyalty, overshadowing institutional integrity, and some erosion of norms, it does raise questions about where the US stands on that list. I'd say it's still a strong democracy, but it might be slipping down a notch or two in the global ranking just because of these internal struggles. It's a reminder that even established democracies need to constantly work to maintain their principles.
Well said. Militarization